Hey everybody, Coach Mike here. I want to take just a few minutes and share something with you that's really exciting. If you're getting this, you're just part of my contact network, friends, clients, colleagues. I'm not advertising this to the general public, but I have something that is really an amazing program that I've co-developed with another coach. And I'm probably more excited about this than anything that I've worked on in the last 20 years because of the impact that I have seen this approach have on dozens and dozens of business owners. The challenge is the types of things that we're going to be doing during this program I'm going to talk about aren't readily available. You can't find it on the market, and it's not. It is part of our one-to-one coaching packages, but in the past, it hasn't been a part of things that we do with larger groups, i.e., lower price points, so that really everybody could afford to get some of the best practices that have helped build amazing businesses. So, without further ado, I have, with the email or communication that I sent to you, I connected or attached a little flyer here. It's not a little flyer, actually. I wanted to provide a lot of detail and the logic. So I don't like sending long emails. I don't like long descriptions, but I also respect you and everyone I'm sending this to enough to know that if you're going to really think about something, it helps to know what it is and what it isn't. So long story short, I've taken, working with another coach, good friend of mine, Gerald, I've taken approximately 20 years of best practices in building a small business from smaller to $1 million business, or maybe somewhere not quite to a million. And then for folks who are already at $1 million, if they want to scale to another level, could be 2, could be 3 million, or it could be $1 million in profit. What are the strategies, exact steps, philosophies, tools that a business owner needs to go from where they are to go there? And that's what we've been working on the last few months. And I'm excited because we've developed, tested, and proven this method, and we're ready to share it with a group of people. We're going to share it at a very discounted price now to friends and family, so to speak, and get good feedback. And then it's going to be full speed in January. But don't wait till January. I'd like you to, if you would, share this information with business owners who you might know, because I'm offering a limited number of seats at a deep discount. I'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so it's called the $1 Million Business Roadmap because that's what it is. It's a roadmap to $1 million business. What does it do? Well, most business owners have one of 3 or sometimes all 3 of these challenges. It's lack of a clear, actionable plan that they really have confidence in. Could be a skills deficit, could be a market misunderstanding, could be resources, cash, whatever. 2, they're not practicing consistent habits. They do things well for a while. Maybe they're not committed or really understanding whether those practices or routines or habits are working, or some other shiny object flashes and they get shiny object syndrome and they chase that rabbit instead. Either way, inconsistent practice is another big problem. Or third, not being completely clear on what to do and exactly how to fix their problems. So, I'm very fortunate. I don't have all the answers to every problem. However, I have had 30 years of profit and loss experience, and being a member of the Action Coach community and coaching dozens of businesses over the last several years, there's not much that myself or Gerald haven't seen that we aren't going to be able to translate or give someone an idea on best practices. And, just on a side note, although I've sent this via email or message, if you go to my website, which is also included in this message, you'll see testimonials to know, if you have any doubt, this stuff works. This stuff is changing lives, doubling, tripling profits just over a period of a year and a half, 2 years, sometimes less. So I mentioned the first problem we're going to solve is not having a clear path. To do that, we're going to talk about right destination. If you don't know where you want to go, no map will get you there, or any map will get you nowhere, right? We're going to help you just in a short exercise get really clear on what's the personal side of this that you want. Most people go into business for themselves or buy and run a business because they want a difference in their personal life. They want more freedom, the ability to make more income, and to not be subject to the values, whims, and uh, orders of other people. Let's face it, business ownership has a tremendous number of upsides. And what we want to do from the get-go is make sure that the plan, the roadmap that we build really is based on what you want at the end of the day. So if it's more family time, more income, the ability to travel, we're gonna take a look at that first. It won't take a long time, but we got to get that set first. Then, based on that, what are the right goals and priorities in your business that's going to transition your business into something that produces the life you want instead of battles for the life you want? Make sense? And then lastly, that's what that last piece is actually an initial action plan. And we're going to help you build. It's not a 5-page plan, or I'm sorry, it's not a 20-page plan. It's not even a 5-page plan. You can hire a consultant um, if you can find one that's good. And they'll probably charge you $2,500 to $10,000 to draw up a business plan. But they're not going to do squat to educate you on how to implement it, and they're not going to uh, provide support and accountability along the way. So keep that in mind as we go through this, because we're not consultants. We're not just giving you a book. This is real step-by-step, help you from A to Z. And it's really cool. I keep saying you, it could be somebody you know. I'm sending this to people that they can share with people they care about. The next piece, in order to build a $1 million business that's successful, right people, right time, right number management. So how does this all work together? This next segment is really about building the business, right? And we're not going to go into a large HR leadership and management symposium where we talk about high level management strategies. That's part of the problem, is there's too much baloney out there when it comes to leadership, and not enough specific tactics that you can use every day that are actually useful. And we're going to give you a dozen or more actual tactics, best practices that you can install in your business that really improves the people management side. I say a dozen. We're actually going to dedicate a full hour to talking about it, and you'll get way more than a dozen action items or potential best practices there to choose from, and choose which one really fit you. Um, the next is time management. I really don't like the word time management because I don't think you can manage my time. You can identify it, you can optimize it, but there's 24 hours in a day, right? So more specifically, what we're going to teach you to do is to really optimize how you use your time and how you really direct that time that you do have toward the things that are most important in your business, right? Most people feel like time management, there are all these tricks and tips, and there's books on it, and some of them are really good, some of them are hard to implement. We're going to show you just what you need, nothing that you don't need, and just get you started so that you get more value. Your highest value activities is where you're spending your time. And then the numbers. So many business owners don't know how to read their income statement, balance sheet. So if that's you, you're not alone. You're in the majority. I'd estimate 90%, and that's the honest truth, is that 90% of business owners out there have never received a real education in how to read, understand, and use the numbers in their income statement, balance sheet, and then just other numbers, percentage of labor per hour of revenue, um, percentage of profit per hour of revenue. There's a lot of little things that can really help you get command of your business. And we're going to help you figure out the ones that are the right numbers to be watching for your business, and then figure out a simple way to track them. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. And then the last piece, um, as we're starting to build the scaling part of the business and they're really throwing the gas on the fire, it's a combination of right client focus, marketing, and profit strategies. So this all works together, but in order to have the highest profit, most effective business with the highest number of happy customers, you got to be preaching to the right choir, right? So we're going to help you figure out what is your sweet spot. How do you identify it? It's actually very easy. And how can you just tweak your marketing so that you're speaking more to the people who are a natural fit for what you do, appreciate what you do, and are willing to pay you a little bit of a premium maybe, and at the same time deter or get fewer of the types of people who are nitpicky, not great fits, nickel and dime you, etc. So that's really huge. We're going to do that at the beginning of the scale module, I call it, trifecta. And then we'll move right into the right sales and marketing. The right sales and marketing is very much a continuation of number 7, the right client focus, because we're just going to talk about your ideal customer and your ideal services and really get great at communicating that, and the inexpensive, non-high-tech strategies. Whatever you're doing, you'll probably be able to stick with it as you go through this module, but we're not going to require anything. This isn't a hidden sales pitch for ClickFunnels, social media campaigns, or anything like that. Although for the right business at the right time, those are great things to do. But before you become a mastery of marketing and have really started to leverage free marketing, it just doesn't make sense for most businesses, unless you're an online business, to invest in really high rate or expensive digital marketing. It just doesn't make sense. We'll walk you through why. And then last is the right profit strategies. Most business owners either don't take the time or don't have the expertise to really analyze their business. Now, some of this goes back to the numbers management. Once you know how to look at the numbers the right way, we're going to show you exactly where to hone in to be able to figure out, how do you maximize your profits? How do you make more money, but by working fewer hours, right? So do more with less. And this kind of encapsulates it. So there's a plan stage, there's a manage and perfect and get things moving stage. And then this last stage is just pure acceleration. And the capstone of this 9 profit strategies, after you've been through all 9 weeks, we're going to come back to this right action plan. You'll now have another level of perspective. We're going to tweak that plan, and we're going to help you get that implemented. You'll have the opportunity. How does all this work? So it's explained within here, but in a nutshell, we're going to have a Zoom environment like this for about an hour every week. For 3 weeks, we'll cover a new module. And then the 4th week will just be question and answer. So how about that for a change? You're going to get training. You'll have worksheets, checklists, best practices. Not really a workbook. We're not loading you up with a bunch of paper here. You'll have training videos on how to use each of those. And then we will walk through step-by-step live how to use every single piece, every solitary step in a live environment, and give you the opportunity to ask questions. And then in the 4th week, it's going to only be Q&A. I mean, you can't get better than that, right? Also, after the 3rd week, you'll get a bonus private one-to-one time with me. If you choose, all you got to do is ask, and we'll set that up. And then at the end of the course, after you've been through everything, and we're kind of pulling the pieces together, you've got your initial business action plan. You'll meet with your coach, me in this case, again, and we'll pull everything together for you just to make sure you're on the right path. That's the goal here. Right path, right results. This is proven stuff. This is what I do with my one-to-one clients all the time. I just wanted to do something that brought the cost down so that I could reach and help more people who are at that important launching stage of their business. And this is exactly the program to make that happen. So what's included? All kinds of stuff. The only thing I'm going to talk about here, there's best practices, worksheets, the course. You're going to get something called 30X for business, which Brad Sugars is the CEO and founder of Action Coach. He has nearly 30 years. He kind of invented the small business coaching business, but he has 30 years of experience doing this. He probably coaches a lot less than he used to, but he's the master. And he's taken 30 different business topics that every business owner needs to have in order to be highly successful. And he has put them into 30 amazing videos. So you're going to have access to that. And I've actually created PowerPoints to go with those videos. So you're getting this amazing program. You've got this other program that if you wanted to start early, by the way, if you end up enrolling before August 24th, when it starts, not only will you get a discount, but you're going to get access to 30X right away. So you can kind of do some pre-training and kind of get your whistle wet and get ready. So again, if you were to get a consultant to do a business plan for you, you're probably talking $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, and it's a plan with no support. This program, the $1 Million Business Roadmap, is going to be $2,700 when we roll it out to the general public. But right now, I'm offering a limited number of seats at $500 a month, $1,500, because I want to have a pilot program fourth quarter to work with people who are ready to move, ready to get results, and know that they want to make a difference. And no better time than Q4 of this year to get a jump on next year. Lastly, best and worst case scenarios. I just walked through it here. I'll let you read that on your own. But it's real simple. It's guaranteed. If after 60 days you're not happy, I'll give you your money back and you can keep anything you learned and anything you download. If you're interested, all you got to do is send an email to me with Roadmap or text me with Roadmap, and we'll set up a little bit of time to talk. I'm not going to try to sell you on this. My goal is actually quite the opposite. It's to make sure that this is a good fit for you. I don't want anyone to join this program if it's just not the right time. So hopefully you found this helpful. I know it's long, but I'm so excited about it. I'm just thankful you took the time to take a look at this and consider it, and consider sharing this with business owner friends you have who want to get extraordinary results in business and in life. Have a great day. I'll talk with you soon.